Hey there, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a heads up into how the first week of class or so is going to go, first few days. And also make a listing of the type of assignments that are in MindTap versus the ones in OnCourse. Um, so as we're going along here, when you first log in, you're going to want to go through here. There's a course announcement that's a repeat of what I sent out to you. Here's all these student resources that you should go through and make sure, just familiarize yourself with them, scan through them. Especially pay attention to this one, technical support for OnCourse and MindTap. Gives you information about where to get the MindTap technical support number and all that. Okay. But the first thing I want to talk to you about is the different types of assignments that are now in OnCourse. So in OnCourse here, we're going to start with chapter 1. And if we open up chapter 1, it'll unlock for you on June 1st. And for every assignment, every chapter, there's a why does psychology something as a science matter to me? When you get to chapter 4, that is why does divided consciousness matter to me? Chapter 5, the answer is why does learning matter to me? So it's an overview of it and just sort of get you into what they're going to talk to you about in this chapter. Okay, here's your reading. Now, one thing about this is you can read the textbook, and that is super great. But now what we've done is we've integrated everything that mostly is covered in this textbook into the Learn It, Study It, and Apply It sections. So in the Learn It, you're going to have several lessons, and they all account for points. And I'll talk again about the late penalty. If you see an L here, the late penalty applies. So if you just click on this, it'll open up for you. And what you're looking at here is something that gives you something to read and a little video, and then it asks you questions about it. And so let's see, I'm not sure why this is. And if you want to skip ahead 1, 2, 3 up here, that's important. And then one is credited with establishing psychology as science. I think let's put that and see. And then which individual associated with the idea that the environment molds behavior should be limited to the study of overt behavior. There's going to be lots of, and then there should be a third. Early School of Psychology focused on how behavior helps adapt to the demands in the environment placed on that. So let's try that. All right, and then over here you're going to go submit. Okay. And I got 2 out of 3 points, so this isn't psychodynamic, and it gives you a second try. So read it again. Focus on how behavior helps people adapt to the demands of the environment placed on them. I don't know. Let's try functionalism. Okay. So we can go try again, and it's going to give us low battery. Try again, and it won't ask us to do the ones we got over right. It'll ask us for this, and let's see what we get. And now it says you've completed this exercise. You want to make sure you hit the next page. Okay, and then there's 2 of 2. So there's several parts of this, and it kind of keeps going on like this. Okay, so if you want to get out of here, you don't want to do that. All right, so you've got there's section points at 5 points, so there's sometimes multiple pages. This is sort of how the lessons work. The reading will be on the left side. You can see over here, there'll be a reading on the left side, and then questions about that reading and everything on the right. And then you'll see up here that there's several pages that you have to work through. Okay, so that's sort of the lessons. Under the Study It is a mastery that you can do if you want. It's for practice. It's basically a bunch of flashcards that help you get the things, get the concepts. Here we are with a test prep, Science of Psychology. That's basically a practice test, but it is worth points. And then it'll tell you where to prepare. And then down here, the last part is we have 2 things, research applications. So it's a more of an applied approach that's done the same way. If you click here, sometimes there'll be a reading or sometimes a video or some combination. It's the same thing. And you go through here, truth or myth, and answer the questions based on what you have learned, and let's see how much you know. And then it'll go to another section and it'll give you more questions about things. So if you hit the part 2, it's going to give you more readings and like that, and you submit it each place. Okay. Then the last thing is the quiz, Science of Psychology. Okay. So on everything, it tells you when it's due, it tells you when it opens, whether or not there's the late penalty is attached to all the assignments, and that what counts toward the grade. There's only one thing that I've left up that doesn't count towards your grade is the mastery to help you train. That's all the types of assignments. I hope that helps you.